We'll get to those stories shortly, but first tonight on 11 at 11, college housing rules could be getting an extreme makeover in Providence. And by extreme makeover, we mean a 3-student limit per house. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John DeLuca.
And I'm Tiffany Murphy. That proposal, first introduced last year, has been amended so that it would affect fewer students. ABC 6 News anchor Alyssa Azar was at that hearing tonight.
Residents who live in the affected areas spoke in favor of the ordinance, citing sleepless nights and ruckus as the main issue. Many college students spoke against the ordinance, saying having 3 students to a dwelling is not fair and blaming the universities for a lack of on-campus housing. The amended ordinance proposed by Councilwoman Helen Anthony would now affect less students, around 2,000 homes or less, and would only affect undergraduates. The ordinance focuses on homes in zones R1A and R1.
Those zones are primarily around the colleges and universities, and that's where the problem is. The undergraduate students, because they're not being housed on campuses, are now coming into the neighborhoods, which is fine. It's just that this one situation where you have houses that are being stuffed full.
The ordinance would limit 3 undergraduate students per dwelling and strives to eliminate dorm-like housing off campus.
What it will do is certainly give us the tool to prevent these developers from coming in and purchasing these homes and converting them into dorms.
Many longtime residents of the zones affected are in favor of the ordinance, saying underage students have caused a ruckus in their neighborhoods.
These backyards provide an ideal place for them to congregate and drink.
One resident says in the last year, 26 incidents have been reported to Brown involving noise or partying off campus.
This is just from my house. I reported 11 incidents and I was awoken from my sleep 3 nights in a row.
Students also took to the stand during the hearing, defending their living arrangements and arguing the universities are the root of the problem.
I can say with near certainty that the desire to go off campus is not going anywhere. My university simply doesn't have the current infrastructure to house all of its students on campus.
That student says limiting 3 undergrads to a dwelling won't solve the party issue or the noise, but will spread it further throughout the city. Councilwoman Anthony notes the necessity of more housing in the city, but when asked what the options would be for students who may lose housing,
Their options are going to be looking elsewhere. That's all I can say.
Now the ordinance committee will have to meet again and vote. If they vote yes, it will then head to the city council. In Providence, Alyssa Azara, ABC 6 News.